Hello guys and girls, how's it going? Screezilla here and I hope you're all well. And you join me for Street Stock. Yes, we are in a Street Stock race. And it's going to be a big one. So, yeah, see how this goes. Now we're on Charlotte Motor Speedway. So it's a track that I kind of know at least. And we'll see how well this goes for us. And hopefully it will go somewhat well. Now it looks like it's going to be pretty much a full field of racers today. So it'll be interesting to see how well that goes. So we're going to jump to qualifying very shortly. So yeah, this is going to be a big one. We'll see how it goes. I imagine it's not going to go well though. I don't know, part of me just feels like this is going to go poorly. So we'll see how that goes. So we're going to go for a qualifying laps now. So we've got 2-shot qualifying laps. So, second lap should be our fastest lap. I do want to change my field of view at some stage. I kept forgetting to do it though. So, Charlotte Motor Speedway is basically flat out all the way through. So it's just a foot to the floor and just try not to catch the walls basically. Now, just don't want to scrub off speed going through these corners. That's where you're going to lose the most speed. And you want to be towards this outside wall as well, as terrifying as it is. Then turning into the final corner, I generally like the slightly higher line and keeping it sort of mid to high. I'm going to come round and we're just going to tap the grass there, just to cut a little bit of the track off. And just going to keep, as I said, to the high line here, as much as the car doesn't want to. Again, the less turning we have to do on the wheel, the less scrubbing off the speed we have. And then we'll go for that slight infield clip just across the grass there. Just cuts the track down a tiny little bit for us. So that's our 2 laps done. Currently sitting in 5th position. It's not terrible, but we'll see how it goes for the race. I'm sure there'll be a few more qualifiers. Don't get pinged for speeding. See how we're doing to the rest of the field. Okay, let's hop out and see how it's going. So we're currently sitting 6th. So not too bad actually. We've qualified relatively well. The best is a 37.2. We're a 37.3, so we're only about 0.1 of a second off the fast guys. which is to be expected here. Generally, there's not much of a speed difference if you know what you're doing somewhat. So we'll see how that goes. I'll just quickly look onto the options. Sorry, now I'm just wandering around. Where's the field of view adjuster? There we go. So I'll have to wait for the race to adjust that. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. Couple of non-qualifiers, but nothing too much. Nervous. Now the nerves kick in. Okay, and we'll get to our gridding up shortly. So we're still sitting in 7th at the moment, and that's where we're going to be gridding up, so 7th place. Okay, we'll go for a slightly tighter field of view. So we're on the inside. So 20 laps of Charlotte in the street stock. Oh. You really feel the nerves, actually. It's weird. Like I'm sure as you get on it, it's not as bad, but at the moment, the old nerves are really kicking in. So it just, especially being such a rookie and stuff, you just really get worried that you're just gonna make a mistake, mess up, things like that. And yeah. Of course, you've got to rev the engine, because that's what you need to do when you're with a racing car. I'm sure if somebody's watching, they will get that joke. So it looks like the guy in front of us hasn't actually gridded up yet, so I'm kind of hoping he does. Because that will make the positioning a little bit awkward. Stay behind car 14. Well, it's good we've got an instant position up. Going green shortly. Not sure what this guy on the inside's doing. We are green, away we go. Alrighty, so now we've just got to get into our position, really. And into a groove. Not a bad start there. Managed to avoid the crash. So that's something. Yay, rookies, that's all I've got to say. No idea how I avoided that, but we'll just go with talent. So again, this is my first race in the street stock formula. The car trying to get down the inside of us. Now the leaders have broken away a little bit. So we'll try and catch up to those guys, but we'll see how it goes. Alright. Overall, that was not a terrible start. Purple car behind me is right up behind me. I'm just going to stick down to this inside line just for some defensive driving. It's not going to do our tyres much good, but we'll see how well we go. He's got a bit of a run on us actually. He's inside now. Stick up to the high line. Hope he doesn't pinch us in. A little scratch of the wall there. Alright, I'm going to get that toe from him this time round.
What the fuck are you doing, dude?
Lost the car a little bit there. Decided Honour was the better part of Valor there, so just let them through. Discretion was the better part of Valor, that's the word I was looking for. Alright, we'll see what we can do here though. We'll try and get some catching up done. Some relatively clean air, there's not many people, there's no one really close behind us. Car's just lost control. My main goal is to finish relatively incident free. That's all I'm after this race. You know, positions are not that important to me, in all honesty. I just want to get those incident points up and get out of rookies, and that's my main task really, is just to get out of rookies, because it's a slightly well, rookies is a dangerous place, so to say, you know. Although we're seeing some good racing here today, which is nice. I'm feeling these two guys are actually going to make contact with each other, so I'm just waiting for that really. Let's just see how this goes. I'm just working out my ways of avoiding contact now. Don't want to slam on the brakes because the rear end will just overtake the front end. Now they're losing time with their battling, of course. That's bringing me into the mix. Just blocked us off from getting to the low line there. We just had to tap brakes just gently, so not to go up and rear end him. This is the battle for third, fourth and fifth. And we are losing time because we are getting our car catching us very slightly. That high line isn't ready yet, so we don't really want to go on that. As you see, I just had to lift off a little bit there. One of the other things to remember is your tyres are not going to be quite as good as they were at the start of the race now, although it's not going to be too much to worry about around this stage of the race. Yeah, we need to get into that low line to really keep up pace. That high line isn't ready yet at all. So, swings across the track there. Number 11 is just dropped low. And we just got past him. He just dropped on the, just dropped down below the banking there, and it lost him quite a bit of time. I was a little bit worried he'd actually come up and just tag me, but it's let the guy behind me catch up as well. So we lost a bit of time there, which is not the best thing. It's getting very, very close, very impatient. It's going down to the low line. And he's just lost a little bit of speed there, but he has just got that inside line, which is what we want to be on. As I said, we're not racing for positions, although positions are nice. We are racing to keep clean, so it's good experience, but we don't want to race too hard. Being a bit soft there, letting him through, but it was just a bit of one of those moments where we didn't want to race really, really hard, because it was probably going to end up in us going into the wall at some stage. Try and get back onto his tail, get that draft back, and just try and get a little bit more speed so we can keep away from the guy behind us. We're not going to do that if we keep going on this high line, which is just costing us that bit of time. Although we are rubbering it up, so if we do get a move on this guy, we might be able to hold it. It just depends who else is running up there. And of course our tyres are just starting to get a little bit slippery now as well, so not too much. I mean, it's not noticing too much, but it's just getting to that stage where, you know, the tyres are just going to be a little bit less grippy. So trying to keep that line is important, because you're going to keep on the old rubber and it's just going to help stick you to the track a little bit more, and you don't have to lift quite as much as what I was doing there. So now, visibly, I think I am catching this guy. Two to go, and he's lost it slightly. He's lost the position, and he's lost the car. So we've now got up to 4th place. Back end is just getting a little bit slippery now. Just feeling that back end just wanting to step out a little bit on me. So yeah, the back end is definitely going on my car. I can feel that, and I almost made the same mistake as him. So we've only got 1 lap to go. Just feathering the throttle a little bit here, just because that tyre is, the rears are just wanting to light up that little bit. They're just not wanting to really glue to the track. So just not accelerating as much through the corner is just going to help the tyre just keep its adhesion. It's going to mean we're not going to lose traction, and it's going to mean we're going to cross the finish line in 4th place. Whew. Spanish comedy. 4th place. Whew. That is I'm happy with that. I'm very happy with that. Oh dear, that was fun. So we'll just go and head to the pit lane. Pits, and that was that. That's the race over and done with. So yeah, okay, that was very fun. I love oval racing. I really do, and it's one of my favourite things. So let's see on the results page. So we finished 14th. Sorry, we finished 4th. Sorry, God, my brain isn't even doing it. Out of 16. So awesome job there. 2 didn't start actually, so only 14. 1 guy marked at the start, so yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. And yeah, that was a good race. I'm very happy with that. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that little race there. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Any tips as well are always welcome. I'm always up for new tips and things like that. Always up for new tips and all that stuff. It's always handy. It's, as I say, I'm still very much a rookie, so please go easy on me. Still learning the ropes, so to say. And yeah, let's see how it goes from there. So thank you so much for watching. I really enjoyed that race. I hope it came across as a good race from the outside as well. It's a bit difficult watching from the inside of a car because you don't see as much. Action, of course. a little bit less interesting, but you get a good idea of what we're going through and what's happening inside the car as well. You really sort of understand how tricky it is sometimes, and it's a lot of skill involved in these races. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. This is me, Carl Screwzilla, out. Bye bye.